See, it just wants to wheelie. Oh my, yeah, this thing is fast. Yeah! What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. This is part dose of the first video that I put out of the new bike. How do you guys like it? How does the dash look? Like, how crazy is this freaking dash? Like, nothing analog about it. Swave, yeah, let's go. Oh, red light. First red light, let's slam on the brakes. Endo control, ABS, all that kind of stuff is insane. You can just feel the thing like chattering. Like, you know when you got ABS on an icy day, when you slam on the brakes and you just hear, like, feel that? I never really got that on my double R. Probably because I rode in slick mode everywhere and I think it turns ABS off. I could be wrong on that. Oh yeah. This thing just wants to go. Ooh, Tesla, dual motor. Shit, that thing's got two engines. I've only got the one here, and that thing's got dual motor? Come on, hurry up. Sheesh. Vancouver drivers, I tell you guys. Tesla drivers are crazy. They don't signal. Tesla drivers, if you guys don't already know, are the new Prius drivers. So, yeah, the Prius owners upgraded to Teslas now with the dual engine, of course. Ha. Let's just get over here. Be one of those. Woo! Fitness for everybody? What? I see what you did there. Woo! Oh yeah, STO! Sheesh! So yeah, welcome guys. Welcome to part 2 of this video where I'm actually riding the damn bike. Right out of the gate here, I've got 300 and some kilometers on this, so I've rode it a little bit. I kind of know, I rode up to Squamish and back, so I kind of have an idea of what it's capable of. But right out of the gate, this thing is a torque monster compared to my double R. Like, it's absolutely insane how torquey it is, and that's really all I can play with right now, because like I said in part 1 of this video, if you guys haven't checked out that video, check that video first and then jump back into this one, or watch this one and then watch that one. Like, I don't give a hoot what the hell you do. We've only got 9,000 RPMs, like I said in the first video, so really all I have to play with here is 9,000 RPM. I did take this to an approved racetrack to test out the top speed of it, and it was 196 kilometers an hour. That's all she'll do with the rev limiter on in 6th gear, which is fine. It's fast enough, I think, but I would like to see how fast this thing actually goes. Of course, on an approved racetrack where there is no speed limits, obviously. I'm not one of those guys that break the speed limit. Like I said in the first video, I never thought in a million years I would get a naked bike. I personally think bikes with fairings look so much better. They look so much more cool, sleek, awesome, all kinds of stuff. But that ride with the Super Dukes, my two friends on the Super Dukes, being comfortable, being, you know, up in this upright position like this, made me so incredibly jealous, and I wanted to get back to doing road trips, to going on long trips. Last year I went to the BMW dealership and I looked at this exact bike. They had this exact bike here, not this one, but this exact model, color, everything, and it was already sold, and I was told that I couldn't get one until this year. I could order one. I thought about it. I thought about just putting a deposit down on it and going from there, but they had the carbon version of this bike, and like I said, it's $7,000 more than this, and I just can't justify spending an extra $7,000 on a carbon bike, you know, that I want to take on road trips, that I'm just going to want a baby, you know. Oh yeah, everybody's out today. Sorry we're not ripping right now. I'll make a video specifically to ripping this thing here, but I just wanted to get out, talk, enjoy the weather, and kind of give my first impressions on the bike. Last year I saw this bike, I saw all the pictures and whatnot with the crazy ass wings, and I knew I had to have it. 3 weeks ago I decided, that's it, I'm going in, I'm going to put a deposit down, I'm going to order one of these things in February. And that's what I did. I went there with full intentions of just putting a deposit down. Man, we are going slow right now. Holy smokes, 30 kilometers an hour. And I went in there and they had this bike sitting there. They had this bike sitting there ready to go. I'm like, oh my god, you guys actually have one in February. The dealer told me, yeah, we just got it in like 3 days ago. Oh my god, I was not coming in expecting to buy a motorcycle today at all. Like, I was just coming in full intentions just to put $1,000 down and maybe get this bike late spring kind of thing, you know. But they had it. I'm like, oh yeah. So anyways, long story short, here it is. The bike is here. I have it. I've bought it finally. Thank Christ this guy is going left. I didn't want to be stuck behind him the whole time. Oh yeah. But yeah, so anyways, here we go. Here we are. New motorcycle, new M1000. The kilometers that I've put on it so far riding out to Squamish have been absolutely amazing. It's hard to complain about any features on this bike, but I'll try to give you a couple of negatives about this bike, and then I'll give you a bunch of positives. So let's just get the negatives out of the way. Yeah, we're still recording. Let's just get the negatives out of the way real quick. There's not a whole lot to it. Like I said in the first video, there's no tail light back here. It's integrated in the signal lights. I think that's kind of stupid. I don't really care how it looks. Like, it looks kind of, doesn't look that great, you know. I'd like a tail light back there, but super minor. Second complaint is these mirrors. These mirrors are absolutely terrible. They are the worst mirrors in the world. Right now, going 50, they're amazing, you know. I can see clearly. I'm not seeing much of my elbow. They're unreal. As soon as you get over 80 kilometers an hour, I'll show you guys in a bit here, you can't see shit out of them. Nothing. They vibrate so incredibly much. I don't know what it is. They're heavy. Like, the barons are heavy. You think they'd be weighted enough? Like, they're heavy duty mirrors here, and they vibrate so incredibly bad. Like, I'll cut to a video right now of how bad they are. Bad, right? Wow. If you guys don't already know, this is Wreck Beach down there. It's a nude beach. I spend most of my days down there. If you're ever looking for me on a Sunday afternoon, check me out at Wreck Beach, being all nude. Yeah, so negative, mirrors, absolutely awful. Third complaint, if you want to call it that, I knew how windy naked bikes were. Like, I knew, but I'd never experienced it for myself. I think what I'm going to do for road trips is actually install a windshield, a big ugly one. Like, it's going to look awful, but for road trips I'm going to put the windshield on and just try and get rid of some of the wind, because I think that's going to be extremely fatiguing dealing with the wind on this. Whereas, you know, on my double R, you can kind of get in that hunched up position and really get behind the bike and kind of take a break, give your head, your neck a break from the wind. I mean, that's such a minor thing, right? I kind of knew that coming into it. I just didn't think it was going to be as bad as it is. Let's let this guy go. Go ahead, go ahead. Let's do a little rip in here. Let's just show you this rev limiter here. We're in second gear right now, and you get it on it, it's like, okay, no, and it just stops you, and you're just like, I'm pinned right now. The rev limiter, it's gotta go. I gotta get these kilometers on the bike as soon as possible. See, it just wants to wheelie. Oh my, yeah, this thing is fast. We're not even in the peak RPM range at all with this bike, like, at all. This thing goes up to 14,000 RPMs, and peak horsepower is at what, 13,000, something like that. So we're nowhere near. Oh yeah, this thing feels good. Wow, this thing is just like, you just get on it. Even in what I've noticed, even in 6th gear, this thing has extreme power. Whereas my double R, you pin it in 6th gear at about 100 kilometers an hour, and it's like a dog. It's an absolute dog. It has no power. Whereas this in 6th gear is insane. It just, and that wheelie control, the rev limiter, oh my god, that stupid rev limiter, oh my god, I just can't get past it. Woo! Yeah, this thing is fast, and it's gonna be even faster. Like, holy smokes. So I guess those are my 3 major complaints about the bike. Let's get into something a little more positive about the bike here. One, like I just showed you, the engine is insane. insane how freaking fast it is. I'm pretty sure this is faster than my double R. It's got 210 horsepower to the crank, whereas my double R, let's give it a little wave, my double R had 199. So I mean, right out of the gate, it's got 10 more horsepower. My double R is tuned, it's got the full system exhaust, it's hitting 187 to the wheel, so I'd be interested to see what kind of power we're getting out of this thing to the wheel completely stock. But future plans, I do want to get an exhaust, and I am going to tune this thing. Absolutely, that is on my list. That is top priority on my list. I've already got the frame sliders, all that good stuff, so next on the list is an exhaust. Waiting for the finances to, you know, to clear up here. I put a huge down payment on this thing, so it's gonna be a bit before I get rid of this whisper quiet exhaust. I think we're gonna turn around, we're gonna go back on the highway. I got this bike is because I put so much goddamn weight on my wrists, and this is just, oh, we got low fuel. Let's just turn that off. There we go. Oh, green. Let's get a little launch here. Oh my god, this thing is insane. Ah! Yes. Number one positive, the engine. Like, I can't talk enough good things about this engine here, and I haven't even experienced it to the full yet. Next thing up on this list that I absolutely love, and I did speak about it already in the first video, that I actually thought I was gonna hate, is the hill assist. The hill assist is like, let's get by these guys here. Going a little too slow. The hill assist is absolutely amazing. You pull in the front brake or the rear brake, and a little light comes on the dash there that says H, and that's hill assist, and it applies the brakes just like a vehicle would, like a regular modern vehicle would do for you. It's surprisingly nice. It's actually surprisingly nice. Next up on the list, no key, just a key fob. I love that. You just have your key in your pocket here, no problem. You go, you don't have to worry about the key. The only time you actually need the key, you flip it out, the little thing there, and you put it in the gas tank and use it to fill up your gas. That's the only time you need to take out your keys. So it takes away all those struggles of getting your gloves all on and everything like that, and then forgetting that to put your key in the ignition. So you got to take your gloves off, get your key out, put it in. It's actually really nice, super nice. And the steering lock, yeah, that's really cool too. The way you lock your steering with just holding the button, pretty damn cool. The alarm system on here is really cool. It is extremely loud when you have it turned up to the full setting. Another thing that I really like about this bike is the wheelie control. For those times where you're like a beginner rider can jump on this bike and they're not gonna backflip it with the wheelie control turned all the way up. Absolutely not. It works fantastic. It gives you literally the fastest 0 to 60 time that you could ever do without worrying about the wheel coming up. So you put it in slight wheelie possible mode, I think that's mode 2, and it just lets the wheel come up just that little bit and gives you the maximum horsepower off the line without losing the front end. I think that's actually really cool. Another thing that I absolutely love, as you notice, I'm riding in road mode right now, and you've seen back there how much horsepower, how much torque, how fast I'm going with road mode on, and the suspension is like, holy smokes, is it soft. This suspension is absolutely unreal. So for road trips, as it says there, road, it is going to be absolutely amazing not feeling the bumps, because as soon as you take it out of road mode and you put it in race mode, you feel every little bump in the road, and that is what you want when you're ripping. When you're ripping twisties, when you're ripping on the track, you want to feel every little thing. You do not want to be in road mode because you can't feel the road, you know. It's kind of a little backwards, you know. Road mode, you don't feel the road, and race mode, you do feel the road. Your PSI, I've got way too much PSI in that right now, way too much PSI, but stock it tells you need 46 pounds of pressure in the rear tire. That's a lot of PSI in my opinion. Maybe for road trips and you're really trying to save your tire, sure, you're putting 46 pounds of of pressure in your rear tire. But I like to run it, you know, around that 32, 34 maybe. So anyways, that's the highlights of this bike here. I'll get more in depth into this bike as I make the videos, but I just wanted to get out here today quickly, kind of go over the top features, the top things that I love about this bike. Absolutely love about this bike. I can't say enough good things about it. We're gonna leave it at that. Are we still record? Oh yeah, you never know, you never know. I might be just talking here with no battery going, but I just wanted to get out here quick and kind of go over the highlights of this bike and give you kind of my first impressions of the bike here before I start complaining about it. Just kidding, I don't think I'll ever complain about this bike as long as it doesn't break down on me. So with that being said, I'm actually going to end the video this time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy these types of videos. Let me know what you guys want to see. If you guys have any questions about this bike, let's shift here. If you have any questions about this bike, let me know down in the comments and I'll get back to you right away. If you want to see me do anything on this bike, if you got any road trip suggestions, if you want to ride with me, I'm always looking for people to go rides with. Absolutely, the more the merrier. So yeah, if you guys like this kind of stuff, again, let me know down in the comments. If you guys like this video, like and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Oh yeah, one more thing. Don't forget to show this video to your uncle, your aunt, your grandma, and you guessed it, your grandpa, and show them that I'm out here making these sick videos. Okay, take two. Goodbye.